Tales from the Podcast is brought to you by the following generous sponsorships.
The Happy Hour News Team. Check them out at www.happyhournewsteam.com.
TalesFromThePodcast.com, where you can pick up your copy of Tales of Shock and Terror #1. The Skewered Universe Podcast. And viewers like you.
Hey there, and welcome to another episode of Tales from the Podcast. I'm JB. There's Jeff and Uncle Ron.
There it is.
Oh my
I got
god,
fireworks.
you fancy bitch. You fancy bitch. Oh my god, what the
JB,
fuck?
it's nothing but this. Nothing but this for you, JB.
It's okay. It doesn't bother
Sorry. I've been playing with the new gestures in FaceTime, and apparently StreamYard registers as FaceTime in iOS 17, so
me.
there you go.
It is what it is. Here's Benji Games 2. What's up, fellas? How's it
What's
going,
up?
man?
I'm here when
Glad you're here.
Right? So, anyways, guys, a little bit of news before we go ahead and jump into this shit, don't we?
Do we?
See, I know that Jeff's posted quite a few things in here as well.
Yeah,
as
just
video. That's a long fucking video. Holy shit!
yeah, we don't have to do the whole thing. We don't even have
Fucker.
Right. Well, I got a couple that I think I want to start off with. I think I might have said something about the one before a little bit, but I got a video of it. It's just something I found interesting and kind of goes into a little bit of like women kind of just some of the crazy shit they fucking do. And I mean, I think Jeff said his wife was doing this stuff. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at this.
The Chinese bring false navels into fashion. These are regular belly button stickers in different shapes and sizes to choose from. The authors of the product suggest gluing navels to girls who wear high-waisted pants.
Yeah.
What?
That is 100% real.
I would argue that that's a very small percentage doing that.
I don't know. I've never.
That seems like a very
do it.
niche market for somebody who's like, I don't want to
How
show
would
my
you
belly
know?
button, but I want to show it.
How would you know?
There's fucking belly button stickers. I don't know the market for that. It seems like so niche and
Well,
weird.
I don't think
I
any
still have
woman
mine,
would
so
ever.
I don't need one.
I would think that every woman wouldn't even say anything to anybody.
If
I
you're
mean-
paying that much close attention to a woman's belly button when there's a vagina a few inches below and some tits about a foot up, depending on the woman, then you've got a problem.
I mean, you're not wrong there, but I mean, it's not
I
like
mean-
they have a vag sticker showing it to you.
I mean, I get it if they don't want to wear pants that are that low to show it off, and they're like, well, I want to show it off, but not really. It's like, at certain points, you just kind of go, maybe I want to show it off.
Imagine their pants starting
who
to
cares?
slide down, and you see both of them, and just the weird looks you get.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go. Wouldn't that be
Scratch and
gross?
sniff.
Scratch and sniff belly button stickers.
No, nobody wants something that smells like a nasty, dirty belly button. Okay.
No.
Nothing smells better than a vagina sticker that you got to scratch on first.
Oh my
'Cause
God.
don't we all love when we go down on a woman, we got to scratch it first?
Yeah, that's the rules.
Yeah.
So the next video clip it's a comparison clip, guys. I feel that it was a lot more. It gave a little bit more of an effect to it when you were seeing the comparison before and after.
Okay.
But obviously, this is the this must be just years of drug usage. But for those,
a picture of me.
yeah. For those who remember this song in like the 2000s, early thousands, I mean, other than being mad at me for playing the fucking song, you're gonna probably feel a little sad for this fucking guy.
Come my lady, come my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar baby. Come my lady, you're my pretty baby, I'll make your legs shake.
You make me go crazy. Come my lady, come my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar baby. Come my lady, you're my pretty baby, I'll make your legs shake. You make me go.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, you could just see the fucking destruction in that dude's fucking jaw.
You know, sometimes being a one-hit wonder isn't necessarily a bad thing, and you could just
Right.
fade out of the spotlight. I mean, he's apparently got some demons, and that just left him all sorts of. Well,
We should be thankful though. At least the rest of the band wasn't affected.
There's a okay, so I have a video that I'd like to share, but I couldn't get it ripped. Jeff will know what this is.
Are you gonna play it?
I'll send you the link.
Thanks. I was really hoping you were gonna send me the link to it because that was so much easier than having it ready.
If you want, while you're waiting for that link, I did put in a couple more inspirational images there for us. You know,
Yeah. So
I figured last week we didn't really get any real inspiration from anything because I was just playing weird videos. You know, so I figured this week I'd come back with some of those inspirational things that I found through an AI generator. So
all right, here we
whichever
go.
one you feel like sharing.
Virtuous, it's he that voweth his grandfather, for he also voweth himself, and know that no person yet fondled with his own pubes, yet dreamt about and anguished it. I mean, that's a very fitting picture for that too. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next
Found
one.
it.
Your brain can be a peerless brain fuck. Is this all AI, you said?
Yeah, if anybody wants to play around with this, just Google Inspirobot, and you can do the same thing. I've been playing around with it for a while and just figured I would put some of these together and share them.
Forcing an orphan to become your uncle is probably not as absurd as it sounds. I mean,
All right, I sent it in the private chat.
I can see how it wouldn't be.
Now, this video, I should preface it. If you're a wrestling fan, you know what's coming.
But only if you're a wrestling fan.
Yeah, if you're not a wrestling fan, it's still going to be hilarious because of a certain line in it. This is a song called Phoenix by Real One.
By Real One.
Jeff knows exactly what it is. So I know Colin does too.
Well, you know, I mean, I do know, and you can't teach that.
No,
Are
you
you
can't.
sure?
Trust me.
Do you know what you can do?
You know, there's a lot of people that are SAWFT out there.
Yes, there are.
Huh.
One of them now is not Carmella.
Well, give me 1 second. We will play this little video clip as soon as it's done, because I already have it fucking uploading and almost done uploading.
I hope you all enjoy it, but I'm also sorry at the same time.
Oh, that's like almost 5 minutes.
Yeah, so
All right, fuck it. There we go.
We are live from Brooklyn, New York for the 25th anniversary of sports entertainment. We will be live in 2 dozen languages in almost 200 countries around the world.
Ma, it's the 25th anniversary of wrestling tonight. And if you knew anything about commitment, you wouldn't be asking me to go to the store for you. Now let me say and do my work.
You fucking piece of shit in that wrestling!
Mom, you let me do my job. Hello? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, hold on, breaking news.
Listen up, you sloppy jalopy son of a bitch. Sitting on your fucking couch with your fucking phone in your hand, doing your armchair detective work, think you know what the fuck's going on. When was the last time you kept a 2-month social media silence? Think I wasn't gonna say shit?
I'ma let y'all talk shit. If I had a fuck to give, I would give it. If you feeling froggy, you ain't gotta leave, all you gotta do is rip it. Putting on a 0 fucks given exhibit. I got nothing to lose. Minute for minute, then a minute to win it. Sky's the limit. Sorry, officer, gotta admit it, yeah, I'm over the limit. Left car down with a one-way ticket, rolled up with it, sparked that bitch. Car 99 with it, lit my lips. Piss excellence, bitch, I just shit it. Eyes full of hate on the crazy eights. Let's see y'all pivot. Ball my court, bounce back, wearing number 24. Shit footprint right off my image. Don't just look, cause you can listen. Double-edged sword, one side love, one side hate. Either way, I glisten. I ain't dumb. What's he gonna say, what's he gonna do? Got him on the toes like a midget. At a urinal. Couple red roses on my gimmick. Couple tears at the funeral. They cry tears of joy at my funeral. They cry tears of joy at my funeral. Till I rise from the ashes like a phoenix. Middle finger to the sky, gripping my consensual penis. Lying ass hoe out in Phoenix. When I say this shit, I mean it. Fuck you, Marks, I hate it. This for all my fans are waiting. Entertainment's hottest free agent. Bitch, I'm reincarnated. Gucci, what you dirty bitch? Faggots is bliss, so is innocence. This apocalypse, guilty till you proven innocent. Ass back was bullshit, is it? Ass back was bullshit, is it? I got a lot less to prove than you. The only thing I put in that pudding was proof. Yeah, the proof is in the pudding, bitch. Pudding ain't got no roof or land. No, I ain't Bill Cosby, bitch. No, I ain't Bill Cosby, bitch. Proof was the only ingredient I used to make this shit. They can feel when you're real.
I don't even know what to think about that. I'm kind of confused.
I was watching you guys as a certain part popped up, and Jeff didn't laugh nearly as hard as I thought he would.
I saw you laughing.
Sensual penis.
Oh, because I had seen this before and I knew it was coming, and I was like, yep, there it is.
Grabbing my consensual penis.
Well, I mean, at least
I seriously thought the dude that walked into the casket and then gave the DX, I thought he was going to pull a Katie Vick.
I completely agree with Benji on this one.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't understand a goddamn thing he was saying.
No
one did.
All right, so I think our last video to play, though, I'm not playing all of it, but
no, you don't. I loaded it for a few things. I haven't looked at it, but I just saw that it was a Florida Man compilation, and I figured that's always
right.
Gold.
I love putting a Florida Man in your birthday.
And how many there are. It's gonna probably cut it pretty, But
yeah, just do a few. You don't have to do the whole thing. I just didn't have time to cut it down.
Well, let's go ahead and check it out.
Florida man confesses to attempting to barbecue child molesters. Carefully, he's a hero. Florida man who allegedly threatened family with Coldplay lyrics in standoff after SWAT promises him pizza. Florida man caught on security camera licking doorknob for 3 hours. In the 1900s, Florida prisoner and savant Mark DeFries built a device that catapulted himself over the prison walls, escaping before being caught again. He has escaped 7 times on 13 attempts, resulting in his original 4-year sentence becoming 104 years. A man in Florida woke up with a headache, only to discover his wife has shot him while he slept. He survived. Woman breaks into dentist and pulls 13 teeth from clueless patient. Florida man tries to throw stolen live alligator onto building roof. A Florida man has been arrested after police officers saw him trying to throw a live alligator onto the roof of a beachside cocktail lounge. The man stole the alligator from a miniature golf course and said he was teaching it a lesson. Police said the man also threw the alligator on the ground and stomped on it twice. Florida man with no legs, arrested after
Hold on. From mini golf. Was it a fake alligator? I
don't know.
That's
I
felt
a
like
hell
the
of a
person
hazard if it's
cut
not.
it. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
If you haven't, guys and gals out there, senors and non-senors, go type in Florida man and then your
Florida
birthday. It is the best thing ever. Like for me, let me type it in here. Florida man. And oh, here we go. This is from only 3 years ago. A Florida man, let me put on my best announcer voice. A Florida man is behind bars after stabbing his roommate in the chest before turning the knife on himself, claiming he committed the crime to release Satan, according to the Seminole County Sheriff's Office. Deputies responded to Vista Haven Apartments along Geranium Lane in Sanford Wednesday in reference to a stabbing, and when they arrived, deputies found a subject cutting himself with a knife and a victim suffering from a stab wound, according to a report.
See, I'm only gonna read the headline from mine. Florida man throws baby at deputy following wild high-speed chase. Like, I don't feel like I have to say much more after that.
Why after the Civil War, why don't we just let Florida stay seceded from the Union?
I mean,
I don't know. I've got one here. Florida man hears intruder, shoots and kills pregnant wife.
I mean, makes sense though.
How else did she get pregnant?
Right.
I mean,
he shot her twice.
I mean, the extreme ways we have to go about abortion nowadays.
I mean, all he had to do was put a machete in her face and push her in a wheelchair down some stairs.
Unfortunately, Jeff, not all of us live in California where you have abortion clinics on every corner.
Well, not every corner. Not every corner.
No, it goes vegan restaurant, dispensary, and then abortion clinic.
Oh man. So how bored are people in Florida? A whole lot of people got nothing to do but commit crime. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think they just have a large population of people that I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just too close to Louisiana, and there's just a little bit of a crossover of retard going on.
I think it just comes down to when the thing they produce the most in Florida is meth.
I mean, yeah, there probably is that too. I mean, there's definitely some stuff going on. Maybe it's just because I really don't know, man. I mean,
they also realize they all live in Florida.
I just maybe
they're in a state shaped like a penis.
I mean, they purposely put themselves there. They purposely put themselves there in the dick shape.
Although I will say this, especially if you're a basketball fan, this is coming from someone in Wisconsin. Fuck you, Miami. Fuck you.
All right. So anyway,
the only thing I've ever enjoyed that's Florida centric or anything was Dexter.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to agree with you on that one.
I've never seen Dexter because I didn't have Showtime until recently.
No, I mean you really missed out because that was a good show.
Well, I can watch it now if I wanted, but
yeah, it's not the same though. It's kind of like the Goonies. You missed it.
Yeah, well,
no, I'm joking. You missed your chance, Ron. Give up.
Okay, I'm done.
Oh man.
I mean, I don't know if there's anything really that great that came out of Florida in general.
I mean, watching Ron DeSantis put his foot up his own ass every other day is fun.
With his weird, awkward
Didn't Spring Breakers take part in Florida?
Yeah, I think
never
so.
saw it.
I mean,
I have.
We got that.
Well, I guess Bad Boys 2, and I like that stupid, cheesy movie. And Bad Boys.
Bad Boys 2, Electric Boogaloo?
Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2. So I'll give that to Florida as well. Those and Dexter, and then anything else, I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure River Monsters has been there.
Wait,
The greatest thing from Florida.
the Golden Girls?
No,
Weren't the Golden Girls? Wasn't the Golden Girls in Florida? Oh, please,
I don't know.
please. That crazy man's version of what a rich resort would look like.
That's his Xanadu from Citizen Kane.
Jesus.
Who
All right.
a Citizen Kane reference on a show talking about Friday the 13th, Part 5.
And here we're going to jump into this because this one, we got it directed by Danny Steinman, who
Pervert
tragically passed away.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Oh, now why do you say that he is a pervert?
Oh, because the sex scene in Part 5, while they're shooting it, he's yelling to him, the male actor, saying, grab her pussy. You know, well, obviously, so he must know Trump. But, grab her tits and fuck her hard and all this other kind of stuff. And it's like, dude, you're not making a porn. You're making a Paramount movie now.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. Well, this is the last thing he actually got to direct as far as like film.
Danny Steinman had an island.
Oh, oof, woo. That is.
We do get Danny Steinman actually got to do some writing for this too. I mean, obviously during the sex
explains
scenes.
Deborah Sue Voorhees.
Right. Martin Kirazar too was one of the writers for this, who actually did a lot more work than you would imagine. A lot of script supervising work, which I'm definitely kind of goes into the writing aspect of things. But everything from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Guardians of the Galaxy, Whip It, and Glorious Bastards, to even one of the greatest comedy films of all time, Rush Hour 3.
I think you're confusing greatest with probably didn't need to be made.
I disagree.
You're allowed to disagree. I mean,
as far as writing, though,
I'm updating my phone to iOS 17, and if anybody comes to take me to attach me to a human Sentai pad because I didn't read the
agreements,
their terms and conditions.
Oh no, you're good. They took that out. The only thing now is you might get taken to see if you can become a human martyr. So you might get tortured, but that's about it.
Oh well, I'm tortured. I torture myself because I'm currently binge watching Bar Rescue.
So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and continue this. As far as writing, though, he did go on to do one of Ron's all-time favorite movies, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 5.
Oh God,
The Toy Maker. So we did get that. But continuing with this, we also we get Melanie Kinnaman, obviously, Deborah Voorhees, John Shepard, Todd Bryant, Juliet Cummins, Bob DeSimone. I think I fucking pronounced that right. Corey Feldman, just a little bit of like the the Tommy.
They actually shot that beginning sequence in his backyard.
In Corey Feldman's backyard or in Danny Steinman's?
In Corey Feldman's backyard. They set up the rain machines because he didn't have time. I believe that was the time he was working on Goonies.
Yep.
I think it would have been a lot funnier if it was in Danny Steinman's backyard.
No, if it was Danny Steinman, it would have been in his basement.
Ooh, chain up fucking Corey Feldman afterwards.
And I'm wondering if Danny Steinman lived next to Bryan Singer.
Yeah. I don't know.
For a while, Bryan Singer, I guess he had caught COVID or something, and he was a little pissed off that he didn't catch COVID-16 or 17. But
oh God!
Just imagining Jason in a GIMP mask now
instead
of a hockey mask.
That's the only way Ron thinks about it.
I was at the store today.
Corey's creepy.
He is. I was at the grocery store today, and I'm wearing my Friday the 13th Part 2 shirt, which is awesome.
Right.
And the person behind the counter looked at me like, They were trying to figure out what my shirt is. Yeah, I know, it's cool. That's my response every time anybody stares at my shirt. Yeah, it's cool. And well, I know that's not Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I'm like, is that The Hills Have Eyes? And I'm like, no, this is Friday the 13th Part 2 before he got the hockey mask. And he goes, oh, well, were they out of William Shatner masks? And I just kind of went,
Oh my god.
this is exactly what I went. I had to compose myself because I wanted to punch Emil in the face.
Part of me wonders, though, because he pulled, and I understand there's a remake, but he pulled The Hills Have Eyes. So I'm like, it's kind of a deep cut. Even if you know, even though we know there's a remake, a lot of people didn't see that.
No, actually they
Kinda-
did. That's how we got the shitty sequel.
Yeah, they saw enough to get a sequel. What I'm saying is most people are going to know the name because of the original, not because of the remake for the most part.
But
it makes me wonder if he was fucking with you and allowed to say where they had a William Shatner mask. Because
I mean, does this look like
that's
Texas
not a
Chainsaw?
normie thing to know.
There's no chainsaws.
Yeah,
I mean, what the fuck?
I'm wondering if he was having a little bit of fun to see if he could get under your skin.
Oh, he did. He did.
So it worked.
Oh yeah, it worked. Emil, you fuck!
Oh god. So, anyways, I guess to get into this one, I mean, it's by far not the greatest Friday the 13th by any means. But I still think it's fun.
It's still fun. My opinion is coming down to it like this. This is the same kind of movie as Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and Halloween 3.
Yeah.
Everyone was wondering, what the fuck did they do? This isn't what we came for. And now later on, everyone's like, okay, I kind of see what you were doing.
Well, I mean,
kind of going against the rules.
Whereas Friday the 13th Part 5 and Halloween 3 have gone on to become cult favorites and fan favorites.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, people are still like,
Not as many, though. A lot more are coming around to it. And I think that...
Are they coming out to it?
Yeah, maybe. The Nightmare on Elm Street franchise in general is kind of one of those that, to me personally, it's like you either like one part of it or the other part. Like, as soon as it gets too much on the comedy side, the entire franchise does change.
Yeah.
And it's that's my big divide with it. And I'm not gonna say like I don't like some of the horror comedy aspects of it, but I mean that like everything changes then. Even the way he's portrayed, every little aspect is. But
yeah. I think that all comes down to Freddy was the only real slasher of the big three at the time going on between Michael, Jason, and Freddy that was speaking and they could give lines to. Like, why not give him the quippy one-liners and the funny jokes to say while he's killing people? So,
well, and that's it was the 80s, so they were probably looking at him more like a fucking action hero with the one line.
Oh yeah, that's what Rennie Harlan was saying when he directed Part 4.
Exactly.
He's kind of an action hero.
Die Hard 2.
Yeah.
Well, I have something to show one of our viewers here, Benji. Who's
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
Good point, Jeff. So he was talking about how creepy Corey looked. Well,
oh no.
You're welcome.
If you grew up in the 80s, right here, then you may have had some Corey Feldman posters on your walls. I'm going to say it right here. His name is synonymous with the decade. Movies like The Goonies, Stand By Me, License to Drive. He's always had a passion for singing, and now Corey's got a double CD.
Yes, and we hear it's a labor of love for you. 10 years in the making. It's called Angelic to the Core, and he's going to sing for us in just a moment. Corey, good morning to you.
Good morning to you guys.
The angelic, I see it all around me.
We see why.
The angel band.
Tell me what's happening. You got a Grim Reaper look going on, and then the angels are here. I don't like this interaction.
No, it's all actually the whole theme of the album is good versus evil, heaven versus hell, all that sort of thing. So they're angelic, and if you look actually at the artwork on the album, you'll see that it's me trying to crawl out of a fiery pit, and it's the angel.
sit there and bore everybody with it then if he's already seen
Well,
it.
now you died
It's
a little
bad.
bit more, Benji.
I've seen that clip before.
And was that
Right.
Billy Bush not getting grabbed by the pussy?
Possibly.
Very well be.
So anyways, as far as this film goes, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, it's not my favorite, but I don't hate it either. I know IMDb gives it around 4.7. I'm still gonna
It's
say
not the worst in the franchise.
I'm still gonna give it like a 6.
That definitely goes to part 9.
You know, we get Debbie Voorhees in here. I mean, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for everybody who grew up in watching these movies, that scene was something that a lot of us young men kept very close to us for a very long time. And I mean, it's just,
I got to thinking, it's like, if that's a Voorhees, can you imagine what Mrs. Voorhees was hiding out of that sweater?
right. So, and then another thing that I actually do appreciate quite a bit about this one too is, and maybe it's just the, you know, my work kind of showing a little bit, but I love the kill scene with Strap and the twisting, and I mean, just showing, you know, like the killer's not always dumb either. It's not just always just some blatant kill. You know, we actually get a little bit of, you know, creativity involved too. And I mean, those straps are nice. So I mean, he knows where to go to a good fucking store. I mean, he did a great job. I mean, that was my favorite kill.
Even the kill before that is good because you don't see the hedge trimmers go down, but you feel the force when you see the hands kind of lock.
Oh yeah.
And then you just hear the snap of the bone when he cuts right across that bridge between her eyes. It's just like, oh.
If you go
that's what makes it so visceral.
If you go back and you watch that strap sequence, it changes what direction he's going.
Yeah.
So it's like first he's going this way, and then they show him going this way. It's like that's not how any of that works, pal.
Well, I understand that, but I mean, let's be
honest.
honest.
Vince McMahon, pal.
Do we expect Danny Steinman to realize it?
No, but my big question is after watching part 5, because it came out what year?
Was it 85?
Yeah, so it came out right around the same time as another film featuring Mr. Miguel Nunez, Return of the Living Dead. Which is hilarious because that motherfucker cannot survive a horror movie.
No. And he did better in 9 because he got to the very end.
Yeah, he got to the very end in Return of the Living Dead. Yes, he was down there with Clu Gulager and a couple other people who don't matter because they're not Clu Gulager or Miguel Nunez.
That don't matter.
Tijuana, man.
Oh man.
Hey, he was DJ in Street Fighter, man.
You mean the movie that killed Raul Julia?
Yeah, I know. I hate to bring it up, but
now I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna toss one up for my homie Raul.
Funny enough, you mentioned Night of the Living Dead because there's another connection besides Miguel A. Nunez. I mean, Mark Venturini, who plays Vic, was also Suicide.
Oh no, I'm talking about
Night of the Living Dead.
Return, not Night.
No, Return of the Living Dead is what I meant.
Oh, and Tom Matthews, but that's part 6.
Yeah, there's something that I think really needs to be said, even though you guys just kind of go over it like it's nothing. But Nunez was also in Slam Dunk Ernest. And it's not the best Ernest film out there, but it still should be noted that he got to work with the legendary Jim Varney.
I have not seen Slam Dunk Ernest, so I did not know that.
You have not seen Slam Dunk Ernest? I've somehow lost a lot of respect for you, Jeff.
I have seen.
I haven't, so he's not even bringing it up to me.
I've seen Goes to Camp. I've seen Goes to Jail. I've seen Scared Stupid.
I've seen
and Saves Christmas.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, may I strongly suggest when we get done with this, you go check out Ernest Rides Again. And then go into Slam Dunk Ernest. I mean, there's not very many movies. I mean, you've watched the majority.
Yeah. I mean, I did like Jim Varney in the Beverly Hillbillies movie.
He was amazing. He was.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying that about a comedic performance that's not like, some inspired thing. But him doing that character, he was so good as that character, and I forget.
Well, he was a
Jack
much better
Clampett.
actor than he ever got credit for.
Well, then he started doing William Shakespeare.
What was that?
William Shakespeare. I know. Never mind. It's long. It's an inside.
Well, he started doing a bunch of plays and stuff originally, and yes, he was a theater actor. Then he got contracted with was it Prairie Farms doing all their commercials for like the milk and shit.
Milk.
I mean,
they got good milk. That's coming from somebody in Wisconsin.
In fact, for those who don't know, I believe it's called "The Importance of Being Earnest." Written by Justin Lloyd, which was Jim Varney's nephew.
I was on for that episode. I didn't say shit because I didn't read the book.
The good book. I mean, you'll learn a lot. I mean, Ron will tell you I'm a huge fucking Ernest fan. So.
Yeah, like it's almost scary how much of an Ernest fan he is.
I mean, whatever.
Well, I mean, look at you can see his acting skill, even if you watch something as ridiculous as Ernest Goes to Jail, where he's playing the dual roles.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the Ernest role, and then there's the villain who looks just like him, and it's very serious. It's not funny at all. He's really playing it really straight.
Or when he was on Roseanne in that Forgotten season.
You're not wrong. I mean,
I forgot he was on Roseanne.
Well, there's a lot of things people forget, like the fact that he's Slinky Dog in the Toy Story series.
Oh, I don't forget that. I remember that. And he was replaced with another actor after he passed away.
He was it Luthor and Three Ninjas High Noon at Mega Mountain?
Oh, nothing but quality cinema coming out of that.
Shut up.
Isn't that the one that also has Hulk Hogan in it?
Yes.
Yeah, so I passed on that one.
He did Roseanne, he was on there. Trying to think, there was an early role he did that was kind of great. Fast Food. He was in Fast Food as Wrangler Bob Bundy. That role is pretty crazy watching him do that.
Oh yeah, we just talked about that, Colin.
What was that? Yes.
But David brings up Tom Matthews, and I would like to just sidetrack for just a second about Tom Matthews. I don't want to bring it up when Chuck's here next week because Chuck might get mad at me because I'm pissing on somebody from his beloved Part 6. But I met Tom Matthews, and I think it was Days of the Dead. They were having a Return of the Living Dead reunion, and I've never claimed to be a huge Return of the Living Dead fan. So when I went up to his table, I wanted a Tommy Jarvis picture signed, and he's sitting there eating while at his table, and doesn't have a sign up saying I'm at lunch or whatever. Okay. And I go up and I ask him, to sign the thing. I didn't even ask for a picture or anything like that. And he was just a total fucking dick to me, like I'm interrupting his fucking fruity little salad.
Why would you interrupt his fruity fucking salad?
Because I wanted to. Because you know what? You don't put a sign up saying that you're not gonna, that you're busy. Don't bother me. Guess what? I'm gonna come up and fucking bother you. You know who was amazing from the Return of the Living Dead reunion? Linnea Quigley. She remembered when I had her on my show, and she got up and gave me a big hug. Clu Gulager was hilarious. He was right next to her, and he goes, "Where's my hug?" And I turned around to give him one, and he's like, "No, the other one with tits." And and I laughed because it was funny, and Clu Gulager was hilarious. He thought he was great. James Karen was great, but he had his own room by himself, which was weird, and a weird, kind of like what? And then the one guy, I forget his name, the one who's in all of them little bit pieces. But he was there, and he was super nice to everybody, you could tell. But Tom Matthews was a fucking dick.
I feel that, this is probably a little bit telling. And
could have just caught him on a bad day.
I haven't talked to Chuck yet, but I'm pretty sure one of the things that Chuck wanted to talk about was how great Tom Matthews was.
I will fucking. Well, no, and then you know what? No, I got something else I can argue with about how Part 6 made Tommy Jarvis into a fucking pussy.
Well, yeah,
I've already made that video. If you go to my channel.
But that was easy to do when they cast Tom Matthews.
So speaking of Tommy Jarvis, John Shepard in this isn't bad as like the tormented Tommy. But the only reason he didn't come back for 6 is because he found Christ.
Really?
He found Jesus.
Do
He
you-
was picking up rocks in the desert, and he found this guy with a long hair and a beard. He's like, "Are you Jesus?" And he said, "Si, senor."
You know, one thing I do want to really say, and this is one of the only things that I really personally don't like about Tom Matthews, is
his dumb punchable face.
There's that, but he has built a career making no money doing fan films off of a role that he didn't do that great on.
Giddy up.
I mean, and
But of
it's just
course something
the
better.
amount
But
of
it's the thing,
fan
though.
films is just it drives me nuts. Like a fan film, whatever. I get it. There's certain things about it that are cool. If it's done right, then we get what Debbie did. What when she fucking Voorhees, when she went and did her own movie that kind of had the aspects of what was going on, and
But she directed it, right?
She yeah, and it
Okay,
wasn't
then that's
even
a whole different story.
well. She directed it. She had a role in it, but it wasn't a fan film as much of like a a tribute to what she did. I mean, there wasn't even actors from the franchises and stuff was in it, but it wasn't a Jason movie.
Well, then
Right, it wasn't in that universe.
No.
But then you got to ask yourself about what about people like C.J. Graham who show up in these things playing Elias Voorhees. But C.J. Graham was fantastic in his role as Jason in Part 6.
Right.
So that's a whole different story because
Right.
he looked like
David actually get it right there. 13 fanboy. Yes, and that's exactly kind of what I'm talking about. It was more of like a very meta thing where just you get the people playing them, not their roles. And it's what made that cool. Unlike Tom Matthews, who's, never hike alone, never hike in the snow, never hike alone.
Never get a paying job again.
All these fucking things. No, he doesn't. He didn't get it. Like, dude, the guy went to basically 2001, and from 2001 on, did nothing, not a fucking thing, other than sit there and try to milk Tommy Jarvis. And I'm sorry. When I think of Tommy Jarvis, I still think of fucking Corey Feldman.
Yep.
So fuck him. I mean, I just don't care about that.
So why couldn't
you want to
Corey
talk about
Feldman
somebody
grow
who's
up
out of
normal
fucking
and get
hard
negative
times?
person?
Why? Corey Feldman should be fucking playing Tommy Jarvis more than anybody. I mean, that dude's been
He's
on real rough
pitched
times.
the idea to come back as Tommy Jarvis, and it's gone nowhere.
Of course he has. What else has he got going for him?
A lot more than Tom Matthews.
Okay, that's for
Oh
next
no,
week.
I like Tom Matthews. I'm just gonna
Well, but like,
But you know who
we'll
was
get to
good?
that next week.
Reggie the Reckless.
Shavar Ross was Reggie the Reckless. He's solid. Solid. He's not a stupid kid.
No.
And I like that. They didn't make him just the dumb kid who's there. He's like, look, I'm just here because my grandpa's your cook. I'm not one of you guys. I'm not here by choice, but it is what it is.
Okay, so here's the thing about Tom Matthews. Here's a list of things he's done: Return of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead 2, Friday
two
the
different characters in the same franchise.
Yes. Friday the 13th Part 6. Oh, and then look, he had something to do with Return of the Living Dead 3, which was probably another character that was new. Then he was in Never Hike in the Snow, Never Hike Alone, Never Hike Alone 2. It's like, where are you making a Final Summer, Alien from LA, Friday the 13th, Vengeance 2? I am
He has more fan film versions of his stuff than him doing anything else.
Yeah.
But he's not the only actor that has probably done that. So to single out one guy to me just seems not fair.
Oh no!
I mean, he could have another career aside from acting that we just don't know about.
Ari Lehman.
He's just like, okay.
Ari
Lehman, I think, is worse because one appearance. And I'm not knocking Ari Lehman. I'm sure he's a great guy. He has exploited that one appearance to having his own band named after it, appearing at all these conventions, and made money. I don't see Tom Matthews being the same way. So he's doing fan films, and like maybe he's got a career where he's making good money on the side.
Hold on. It gets a little bit worse because 3 of the fan films, let me go back to it. My Special Boy, Never Hike Alone, The Ghost Cut, and Never Hike Alone in the Snow. Not to mention we got Go Away and Jam and Dead. not only are fan films that he's been doing and kind of just reprising his own role, he's also producing it. So you are right. He is making more of them, and he is producing them himself.
The only person in the Friday the 13th franchise that is worse than Tom Matthews to me and Ari Lehman is Warrington Gillette. Because this motherfucker, after we did our part 2 episode, posted a video that he was going to be at Days of the Dead, I want to say Atlanta. And he said, "Hi, I'm Warrington Gillette, the first Jason to kill anyone." And I wanted to fucking put my hands through the goddamn screen and choke the life out of this fucker. Because he never killed anyone in Friday the 13th. He couldn't do any of the stunts. So they bring in Steve Dash, who is amazing. Yeah. And then all Warrington Gillette does is jump through the fucking window at the end. And hey, did Ginny die? No. So you didn't kill no one. You fucking ass. You fuck.
And the thing is, he's doing that because, because I play Jason in a certain point in the film. He goes, then that's me doing everything in a sense because I played the same character. It's like, well, no, it's not.
And Steve's not alive anymore to combat him about it.
All right, guys. Yeah. I just realized that we've talked more about. Me and Ron have talked more about our hate over Tom Matthews. We're on the wrong movie. Huh?
How hot Melanie Kinnaman was?
Oh yeah, but hey,
Pam was hot.
So I've given my rating.
Pam.
I've given my rating. I've talked about my favorite kill. Let's go ahead and continue this, and let's wrap this up tonight.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Ooh, all right, baby. So. So this is what I initially watched and despised it because I did not know what I was getting into, and I was like, okay, so it's not Jason, fine. And then when it got to the end, I was like, there's really no reasoning for the killer being who it was except one instance of him looking up towards the camera in a way like, oh no. But we just get one passing thing, oh, he was the dad of Joey, and that set him off. Like, the first time I watched it, I was like, this is bullshit. Later on, I've come to realize, like I was saying, it's kind of in the realm of Halloween 3, Nightmare 2, where it was panned, but then later on, people have come back around like, they were doing something different, so you can appreciate it for what it is. I don't hate this movie now. Is it the best one in the franchise? Not by a long shot. Is it the worst? Again, not by a long shot. As far as kills, I mean, there's a few fun ones, Junior getting decapitated. But I think my favorite is Debbie Sue Voorhees getting her eyes gouged and just hearing that crack of the bone. And then seeing it afterwards, she's laying there and you just see how the eyes are gone and it's just broken. It's gross. And it's fun. Despite the kind of sleazy nature of this whole film because of who directed it. Yeah. Like that scene, the girl dancing when you find out that it was originally her going to get stabbed in the crotch. And there was going to be a huge blood stain on her pants down there, and that's how she was going to die.
You know who her real mother is, right?
Yeah, her mother is...
Andale!
Yeah, Tina's mom from Part 7. I had to stop and think. I was like,
she's Kristen's mom from Nightmare 4.
Kristen's mom from Nightmare. Yeah, sorry. I got it.
Now when you go to sleep... there's a dream demon's going to come to you and kill you because you fucked up the franchise.
I said, where's the fucking bourbon, bitch? God damn it. I can't believe I missed that.
So what do you
And it wasn't long ago we went back through every fucking Nightmare film and I missed that one. Yeah. Kristen's mom from Nightmare 3. That's who she was, which is the connection between that and this.
Andale.
I should. When you said that, it clicked, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I was thinking Friday still." So I'm in Friday mode. I'm not in Nightmare.
England, who apparently is outside your door right now because the writer's the what do you call it strike's going on, so he's got nothing else going on.
Oh, sir, can we just wait 1 second before you razor claw me? I just got to finish.
Did you say writer's strike? Isn't the writer's strike done? Isn't just
I meant the SAG strike.
right.
Writer's strike is a tentative agreement, but they are showing solidarity to the actors until they get an agreement. So,
Well, all the late shows are coming back.
yeah. Some of the writers have gone back to work. Some are still out there striking with the actors. But
So
yeah.
what did you give it number wise?
I have not. I'm with JB. I give it about a 6 because it's fun. It's not that bad. I mean, it's sleazy, but it's fun, and you get to see Reggie the Reckless driving track farm equipment to take out faux Jason. I guess we'll say.
What are you scared of spiders or something?
You act like you made this.
I did.
I did.
I am also going to give it a 6. It's way better than a lot of people give it credit for, by far. I'm my favorite kill is one that you don't see. My favorite kill is when Robin dies because she could have given Jake that booty, and he just wanted a little loving, and she said no and laughed at him. In fact, that's the whole thing. She didn't even say no. She just laughed at him. It's like, bitch, are you for real? Yeah. You know, and that's a reference JB will get. Remember the Dolomite button?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been watching nothing but Rudy Ray Moore stuff lately. Which is fantastic. If you haven't seen Petey Wheatstraw, oh my God, it's so fucking good. By being one of the worst things I've ever seen. But no, I think as sleazy, but here's the thing though, as sleazy as it wasn't nearly as bad kill wise compared to stuff like 2 and 4.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's because the worst kill really is the Deborah Sue Voorhees one. Mm-hmm. And even that's not as bad as like the Jason death in part 4. You know?
Yeah.
Actually, if you watched her doing the breakdance now, the first song you see her dancing to, if you're watching it digitally, like on Max or something, it's a completely different song because they didn't have the rights to use it.
Really?
Huh.
Mm-hmm. So if you have like a VHS of part 5, now's your time to break it out.
Interesting. I mean, I didn't know that.
But yeah, so I'm going to go with a solid 6. In fact, hold on. Let me bring up something real quick. Where did I?
Why are you looking? I got one quick question. You can answer it however you feel. Do we think the 2 guys who had the broken down car might have been an arguing couple?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm in on that.
I actually wrote an article where I listed all of the Friday the 13th films from worst to best. And I'm trying to remember where I put part 5.
Really?
Yeah. Paid me for this shit.
I don't know. I think I remember when you did that.
I do remember my worst one was Jason Goes to Hell, the Final Friday.
It would be.
And then the remake after that. And then Jason X. Then Freddy vs. Jason. Then Manhattan. Now, mind you, I'm going worst to best. Then 7. Oh, number 6 out of 12. So it's right in the middle. So it's perfect. There you go. Boom. You know, but that's another thing, Colin, is this movie suffered from Halloween 4 syndrome. Because at the end of Halloween 4, we get the tease that Jamie Lloyd's going to be the new killer. So it would be something different, like what we got in Halloween Ends. And I'll argue with Chuck about that till I'm fucking blue in the face because he thinks that Ends is garbage, but I fucking love that movie. Once you watch it and you pay attention to what they're trying to do, it's like give it a second watch without any hate in your head. Just watch it. It's not it's not amazing, but it's not bad at all.
The thing I heard about Ends is people saying, oh, Michael magically gives this kid his powers. I'm like, no, he's not giving this kid anything. Nope. This kid is a blank slate. He doesn't know what he wants to be, so he's identifying with somebody because, oh, maybe I can be like him and finally be somebody.
Well,
and it worked out bad for him in the end.
Yeah, but not only that, but he also has no he's a product. It's nature versus nurture because everything's going fine for him. He's going to school, blah blah blah. This one little accident happens, and that was that kid's fault because that kid was a fucking dick. Okay,
Nobody seemed to understand that, and
yeah, but the town
he's traumatized from what happened. But they're like, "Oh, well, you're a big piece of shit." Because even though you weren't guilty in a court of law, you're still guilty because of us. The court of public opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's where I think 5 and Halloween 4 and Halloween Ends. I mean, and I heard somebody say this, and I forget who it was, but this would have been the perfect ending for Halloween Ends. After since they have to have the whole thing where Michael dies, right? Because, that tacked on last 15 minutes of a fight between Laurie and Michael, because you have to have it. Spoiler alert, when they put Michael into the or the mulcher, right? Once he goes in and you see the blood start squirting out, you cut back to Laurie's house and Corey just sits up. Cut to credits.
The only thing with that is somebody would have tried to tie it into that whole Thorn thing, and it would have been.
Oh God!
Yeah.
We would have had a Man in Black showing up. And,
there's what do you call it? Is up for sale. Halloween's up for sale. So.
They're shopping it around.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, at this point, if you shop it around and you're like, hey, we can do whatever you do with it, at this point, I'm like, something's going to happen. It's going to be its own separate thing. Like, as you look at it, these movies, they take place after part 1, but it's basically a different timeline.
Yeah.
Than everything else.
There's
so,
3 different timelines.
Yeah.
Halloween. It's crazy.
I'll say this: it is weird we didn't get a Jarvis payoff taking over Jason, because they teased it not only in 4, but then they really teased it in 5.
Yep.
And because nobody liked 5, they went, well, we'll just go back to Jason.
Yep. And
we'll just resurrect.
Nothing but love and respect to Tom Morga, who played Dream Jason in part 5. He was fantastic. I wouldn't have minded seeing him take the role for a movie. But can we get a Crazy Ralph prequel?
No.
No. Think about it to see how he got that way.
What did he see? What did he see that drove him to lose his mind?
Was he involved somehow in what Pamela's doing, and now he's trying to repent for what he's helped her with by telling everybody to stay away? Or maybe he was working with her, saying to people, "Hey, let's tell them that it's over with. If they come up, then I kill them."
But what's the one way to get somebody to check something out? Tell them not to go there. Tell them it's cursed or it's bad news.
Yep.
Pique their interest by saying bad shit happens out there or crazy shit happens, and because the majority of people in these Friday the 13th films are stupid white people. I say that as a white person who has done stupid things.
Oh, white people!
They're going to go see what people are telling them.
We're the dumbest. White people are stupid as fuck.
Yeah, every horror movie where there's like, oh, there's a noise outside, it's always the white guy who goes, I'm going to go check it out, and you're like, you're dead.
Yep.
Oh, that's part of the story.
But you know what else would be great is if we wrap this up. So I guess I'll just take the reins at this point. Thank you everybody for checking out the show. Friday the 13th Part 5. All the Friday the 13th films are on Max. You can check them out. Watch Part 6 for next week. It's going to be fantastic. JB, what do you have going on? Tell the world.
I've been working my fucking ass off.
Okay, good.
Just work.
You can find me at I'mUncleRon.com. Subscribe on YouTube. I'm also on Twitch here. Or to the people who are from Twitch, you can just follow me. I'm Uncle Ron. And then I have a new. If you follow me and you know about my the commercials I do for fictional businesses in Tomah, Wisconsin, I have a new one coming out. It's called Cradle to Grave Preschool.
No,
and that's all. Just
no.
So I'm working on it. And why not? And
you found something JB flinched at.
Yep. And he doesn't even know what it's about.
No,
You know what
but
The name alone, he's like, no.
I got a really good idea.
But yeah, so just follow me on social medias at I'm Uncle Ron. And yeah, and then follow me on social media because I'm going to be posting stuff from tomorrow's film festival where my film Indoor Air is playing. So if you're in the southeastern Wisconsin area, come out, check it out. And exactly, Cornelius, I am that's what they get paid for. I don't get paid to find out what that noise was outside.
Yeah.
No.
So I make sure
Question
my door is
is,
locked, my windows are shut.
Does DMX make an appearance in your commercial?
Does who?
DMX.
I know what you're talking about. No.
Okay.
But Jet Li does.
You know about that? Let's cradle to the grave. Take it. We take your kids.
It's not cradle to grave. It's cradle to the grave. I actually, it's actually.
Well, the movie is Cradle to the Grave. It's just the number two.
Well, I don't put a 2.
Well, I mean,
mine's written, and mine's written.
My bad, you didn't explain that beforehand. Okay, I'm just thinking this
Well, let me tell you
is
this.
going to be some
Okay.
fucking DMX shit show.
No,
It's like, oh, fuck this.
DMX, need your kids to be Rough Riders. Here we go.
That's all it is.
But
It's
yeah,
basically
so
a
what do you
Rough
have going
Riders
on?
fucking
As you guys know, I do the Skewered Universe podcast with my wife, Leanne. We just recently released a show where actually it was myself and, as we mentioned earlier, Chuck, talking about the 1987 film Near Dark. That is out now. You guys can go check it out. You can find us on all the socials.
Didn't
If you
invite
wanna-
me on, even though I've been talking about how amazing the film is for years.
I had this scheduled with Chuck for a while. We finally got around to doing it. I had him slated for this for a while. But I'll send you the list of stuff that I have open still for the end of the year.
He is surprisingly a very busy man, considering how much time he's just
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah, the fact that I got him on to do this was the fact that we found the date because we had to push it out a week, and I was like, all right. And then coming up in October, we're doing a series of films for Guillermo del Toro. We're highlighting him as a director.
Oh,
Next week starts that. We're starting off with
like you're
Pacific
doing a
Rim
series
because it's
of films for him. Like he
Yeah.
hired you to fucking direct.
no,
it?
I wish. I wish I got hired to work with Guillermo del
God damn
Toro.
it, Jeff's gone.
Yes, I want you
Just
to
lost
make.
him from the
I want you to
podcast.
make a film about Pinocchio, but I want it to be where they all come to life and just murder everyone,
We got that one. It's called Pinocchio's Revenge. It's one of
Christ.
the best movies ever.
or the Roberto Benigni Pinocchio, which was fucking up.
But yeah, you can check out the Near Dark episode with myself and Chuck. Next week, we're starting the Guillermo del Toro Director Spotlight series at Skewered Universe. First episode starting off is Pacific Rim, and I had Cameron from the Jack Dick Review Show podcast. So make sure you check that out when it releases next Thursday. And the only other thing is, you want to find all of our links, you can go to skeweredhead.com, all the socials, the Patreon links, the blog. You can listen to episodes that way. Find it all there. You can find us on the socials. You won't find us on X or Twitter or Shitter or whatever that is. Cause
But you'll find all three of us at talesfromthepodcast.com.
Giddy up.
So there you guys go. Ron, what about you, man? You got anything else that you want to add before we get out of here?
Yes, the October 10th.
That's awesome, Ron.
Yeah, fuck you. October 10th,
And the crypt is
October
closed.
10th is the premiere of So You Think You Know, which is a new quiz show that I'm hosting. The first episode is going to be with the Hex and Arcane girls, ladies, whatever. And they're going to be doing general horror trivia. And then on the 24th, I'm going to be live with El Jefe here. And
I'm boning up.
yeah, you're boning, all right. And Josh, who's a Twitch streamer, Seraph13_13, he is gonna they're gonna be going head to head Friday the 13th trivia. And I warned them both that I'm not gonna go easy on them because I know they're fans of the franchise. Whereas the Hex and Arcane ladies, I'm going to just do regular horror trivia that if you have any cursory knowledge of horror, you'll know. I'm gonna rail you guys hard in both terms.
Why do I feel like the Hex and Arcane episode is going to be like what it was like when people were watching me going against Jack Hunter?
Well, it's
I
not
feel-
going against each other. They're not
what?
going against me.
No, but I'm just saying, like in general, like I just got to feel like some of these questions that are going to get wrong by both of them are going to be like things that are just going to make me so mad. Like,
So regardless of how I do, Ron, I
you're
want to
like,
say
what
this,
the Mogwai?
Just bring it. I'll let
just
him know.
like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, just bring it.
All right.
Just bring the questions. I'm just looking to have a fun time. So if I completely embarrass myself by not knowing something, fuck it,
I'll give you real quick before we go. I will give you a taste of what I was gonna do. I'm not gonna use this question because it's worded funny. But what do Kane Hodder and Steve Miner have in common?
Really?
See, the funny thing is, you asked me this before. They've both worked on multiple installments of the Friday
But
franchise.
that's not like it's
But
that
that's-
level of question.
That's the level, yeah. See, that's not too far outside of my realm of knowledge. That was just when you asked me that, I was like, my brain just clicked. I'm like, I know it, but it's not. It wasn't flipping through the Rolodex. It didn't.
But all I need the contestants to do is have a marker and a stack of paper in front of them, and I'm going to ask the question. You guys are going to put up the answer, and I was going to go person to person like that, but fuck it.
What if I have a chalkboard with a little piece of chalk like Anthony
That's
Hopkins?
the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it.
Dry erase board?
That's 100% the best way to do it. All right. Well, anyways, let's get out of here.
American Sign Language.
Thanks, everyone, for checking us out.
Thank you, everybody.
We really, really enjoy it. And with that being said, the crypt is closed.
Thanks for listening, kiddies. You're all a scream.